Everyone respond at
Yes.
once. We're gonna start unless someone says they're not here. Is Barry? Barry, are you here?
Nope, I'm not here.
Okay, excellent. Okay, so, yeah, so the droid is there. Do you guys want to assemble the droid?
Assemble. Sorry.
Huh?
Avengers, the word assemble will never mean the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah.
So is that what you guys are doing?
Yep.
Okay. When you do that, Jaina says, "What are you doing?"
Have you not been listening to the conversation that's been going on?
Why do you have to put the droid back together?
Well, I mean, my idea was just to read the memory that we copied. But,
Exactly. We've already copied it. We don't need to assemble the droid.
well, there are others, and we might be able to, and this is supposed to be the main command unit, so we might be able to get it to do something to the other droids.
Have you looked through the central processing? Maybe there's a way to locate it without reassembling it. Maybe they have a tracking device or something that we can, a certain frequency from their memory core we can detect.
I mean, that would best be served by the droid. I mean, we've already reprogrammed it, so it'll listen to all of us.
Yes. Other commands we can issue. I mean, I do share the Jedi's view of things. It's a dangerous item to be reinitialize.
I mean, I would agree if it weren't in our control. It took a long time to do this.
That's true, but we don't know what kind of backup processes it has as soon as we reinstall it.
I mean, we went through all of those and made sure that we were its master.
I don't know. I just think maybe we should not reinitialize it until we're thoroughly gone through its memory and made sure that we have used every other option.
Well, I mean, I think the main priority here would be locating the other robots on the ship, telling telling how many there are, so that we can deal with the threat that's still out there. I mean, for all we know, we still could lose the ship.
True, but I'm just saying maybe now that the sensors know what to pick up for, maybe we could just scan for them.
I don't think that they can see through the stealth droids. They had to look through it visually, didn't they? I'll tap on comms and say, did you guys figure out how many other droids there are? Kyler, we didn't hear that if you said something.
Hear me now?
Very
Not
faintly.
really.
There's a sound.
How about now?
Yep.
All right. Awesome. So at least 3.
Any idea of their general location?
No, we lost them along like quite a few hours ago, so they could be anywhere.
Well, either way, neutralizing them, the safest way to do that is going to be with this droid.
Gina just steps back and ignites her lightsaber and holds it in a ready position. And looks at the droid, but then like nods at you to go ahead and finish assembling it.
Because nods.
Besides, I am most eager to find out why this droid broke into my quarters and destroyed that artifact.
Because laughs.
She looks at you strangely.
Alexa resists the urge to just cringe.
So
Okay,
we're
so
doing
you-
this, I guess.
Does someone want to make a mechanics check?
I'll do it. I was the one working on it.
I'll help. Advantage.
Yep, you put the droid back together.
It now
Can I
becomes
look
everything
over?
Okay, so what do you guys do?
Can I look over what she's done?
That was what helping her did.
Yeah, I figured. Can I
All the
double
parts
check
are in the correct
that it's
spot.
all
It looks
working?
like it's built correctly.
Well, it wasn't a natural one. Yeah, I might as well boot it up.
The biggest obvious problem is that it's the top of it has slight acid burns.
Well, I don't know if there's anything much I can do here now. I think I probably would be served better to help with locating the other droids, since you all seem to have this in hand, yeah?
Can everyone see that picture of the droid? Like the
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, just wanted everyone to know what it looks like. Except
Okay.
it's darker. It's like matte grayish black. It doesn't have that brighter white color.
So how do we boot it up?
There's like a command sequence that you can put into it.
Okay, we do that.
I'm making my way up to Dell now.
Okay.
And the moment like it comes online, I'm going to tell it to cease hostilities.
Okay, so yeah, so it's like photo are they called photoreceptors? What are they called?
Yep, it
Right,
would be
is that what they're called?
photoreceptors.
Yeah, so it's photoreceptors turn like flicker and then they start glowing blue. And it like sits up and looks around.
And like I tell it that the Republic are now friendlies to it.
Affirmative.
Okay, so what was your mission on this ship? And are there any of you in this room?
Yes, there is one of me in this room.
Are there any other droids in this room?
It looks around the room. No.
What about the droids you're in command of? Can you tell where they are without alerting them?
It's like quiet for a moment. And then it's like I cannot seem to locate them.
I have a bad feeling he's been cut out of the command network. Oh well. Do you have the capability to see them while they're invisible?
Let me check.
I mean, yeah, I'm getting
My
to that,
ability
Tyler.
to see droids that are invisible is far superior to puny organic vision.
Good, good. Well, there probably are enemies. So if any of them act hostile to us or the crew, help us with that. If you see it.
Affirmative.
Also, what was your mission before me and my compatriots became your master?
Hold on a second. I need to look at something else. Okay, it says, my mission was to facilitate my master's infiltration of this ship.
Has he infiltrated this ship?
Define infiltrated.
Is he on board right now?
Affirmative.
Who is your master? Or who was your master?
My master was Zar, Sheba, and Kal.
What can you tell us about their capabilities and armaments? And
I can tell you lots of things about that.
Please do go into detail.
Zar Sheba is a Cathar. He has black stealth armor. He also has a poison vibroblade and daggers and a jetpack. He is very dangerous and a very smooth talker. Kal is a Trandoshan. His coloring is orange and he has powered red armor.
I'm going to
also
repeat
has
that
a rifle
over
and a
comms.
jetpack.
And I'm going to tell them to tell the admiral and the security team about all of this.
And I'm gonna come back. Wait, so are they bounty hunters?
Affirmative.
You heard that from the comms? Well, he is a droid. I can believe that.
So who hired them?
Yeah, who was their mark?
I do not know who hired us. Our goal is to capture Pakaz, Nevad, Kalani, Starfire, Del, Fiern, Lexa, Scarlet, Aeland, Koeth, John, Thomas, Dirk.
Okay, so
Heft.
And Dirk.
Poor Dirk.
Well, that makes sense.
What does Jaden look at right at that point?
Yeah, could you write their names out in the chat so I can copy them real quick? That's both
Jaina,
of their
so
names?
Jaina just stares at the droid. It's like, wait, you're telling me that Zar is a bounty hunter?
I just look
Uh-oh.
at her like, what?
What?
Also, is Zar the Cathar?
Mm-hmm.
Have we met a Cathar?
No.
I don't think so.
The comms are still open, right?
I mean, yeah, I didn't shut the comms down. And Call is a
Trandoshan.
So we're gonna follow up on Jaina, or should I interject to ask him if he can remove the virus?
yeah. We should get the virus removed. I will tell them. I will send them the information I have about removing it that I figured out.
Okay, Jaina pulls up her comlink and calls the Admiral. Admiral! We must move on Tsar. They are bounty hunters and are responsible for all of the bad things that have been happening on the ship.
Jaina,
Don't forget to tell them about the 3 cloaked droids.
The Admiral, you can hear the Admiral saying, like, are you sure? We're positive. We've hacked his droid.
There's 3 more.
And there are 3 cloaked droids as well. We don't know where they are.
And I asked the droid about the other droids and whether they were on the same level as it, or if it was the command unit and stuff like that.
Also, Del's gonna give the virus information to the security team.
Okay. Yeah. The droid says, negative, the other droids are not similar to me. They are infiltration units designed to sabotage ships and infiltrate. There are more than 3 of them.
Do you know what they can do as far as sabotaging the ship?
Yes.
Could you explain that to us?
Please hold.
Oh, these are the droids that I was thinking of.
Yes,
probably.
they are.
Yeah, they're not friendly. Would not suggest necessarily accidentally stumbling upon one.
So what's going on with the bounty hunters?
Sweet, I wanted a droid like that. Can we get one? I want one.
We
See,
can try.
I call
If I can
dibs.
see it before it gets destroyed and roll the same roll I did.
Yeah, just
These-
point the
okay.
cause in their
The
direction.
droid starts
and-
saying, these droids are designed for infiltration. They are very small and have excellent cloaking devices. They also have shield generators and are designed to penetrate hulls and disable ships while remaining undetected.
How would they, or what were the plans for disabling this ship?
The plans were to infiltrate the ship with cloaked droids and then wait in the middle of the night and use the Admiral's wife to cause the Admiral and everyone on the bridge to surrender, at which point we would kill them all and then lure all of you to the bridge and knock you out with knockout gas.
That explains the gas in that vision.
That explains a lot in that vision.
I think it'd be a good idea for all of us to be there when we capture these guys.
The droid just, if there's like a little bit of, as soon as there's a moment of silence and you don't ask it a question, it says, I am detecting levels of damage to my exterior skeleton. Perhaps you could repair that.
I don't think that's the worst idea.
My combat training logs did not indicate the possibility of acid rain aboard engine rooms on starships.
That would seem odd to a droid.
Of course it would, because it would seem odd to a droid.
Yeah.
The cause seems odd to everyone.
This is also true.
Jaina says, "Well, then I suggest we all get down to the hangar bay immediately."
Why? Did someone just land?
Yeah, Tsar Sheba.
Of course. So we're scrambling all the security teams, right?
That's what I just asked the Admiral.
Actually, you should probably still guard main system since there are all those stealth bots on board.
Can you repeat that, please? I missed that.
Well, you might not want to send too many people. You still need to guard the critical systems on the ship since there are all those stealth droids.
So should we have the crew maintain position while we go to deal with this?
Well, I mean, some backup would be nice. And Dell's gonna nod to John and start walking there. Like, actually kind of walking / sprinting there. As he's talking.
Okay.
Are you nodding to suggest that you want me to come with you?
Yeah, kind of like a nod in the direction. And like a
I
motion.
follow.
We should probably definitely fortify the bridge, though.
Can I just take a time out? No, I'll explain it at the end. Okay, let's continue.
I know there's a kit for patching up robot or droids. Can I see if they have any?
Yeah, there's stuff laying around in here.
Yeah, I will fix it.
It's a mechanics check.
Do we really have time for that?
Well, there's supposed to be a thing, basically like a med pack, I believe. Or am I thinking
a repair
wrong?
droid with a toolkit requires 1 hour.
Oh, it's in the wrong one. I need to pull up the other one. KOTOR campaign guide.
So were the security teams dealing with the virus info?
What virus info did you give them?
Picard said he had information about the virus.
He did?
Yeah. Remember?
You copied all the droid's memories. I didn't say you had anything
Well,
about the
remember
virus.
while I was working on how to deal with the
Oh,
virus.
that's stuff about the virus, yes.
Yeah, how to disable it.
Yeah, so I gave that information to the security team.
Okay,
Like right at the beginning of this conversation.
yeah. I mean, because you said you were going to try to figure out how to disable it, we didn't determine if you actually had figured it out or not.
I mean, the
Should
security
we
team
figure
should
that out
be
yet?
able to
I
figure
thought
it out.
I
Yeah.
was taking 20 on that.
Right, but I don't think you had enough time to actually fully take 20. Because, because first you were trying to analyze the virus and stuff, and then after that you decided to then do the taking 20 on disabling it, but that was only very shortly before you attacked the droid and everything. So you can make a use computer, or you can make 2 use computer checks.
Oh yeah. Not very good roll.
Nope.
At least it wasn't a nat 1. Then I would think I did.
Here, this code is going to work perfectly. It says, while true, do X. That will disable the virus. Okay, so Jaina leads you guys all down the hallway towards the hangar bay.
It's like, well, what pretense are they here under?
Well, they landed yesterday. They were the smugglers that brought in the Republic's fleet reprimand to Admiral Aurelius for diverting the mission.
So the reprimand was fake?
I don't know, they had Republic clearance codes. They're known Republic smugglers, apparently. They were sent because we're in radio silence.
Well, I'm not 100% sure it's a good idea for us to all go down to the hangar bay since they're looking for us, apparently. but I also want to maintain the integrity of the ship. Anyone? Any thoughts?
Sorry, I've been looking at the stuff for a droid hero.
Do we go in there since they're looking for us apparently, or do we not go in there? And we send
They've
them
only
the
been on
cannon
radio
fodder.
silent since they got to this system.
So the basic question from Kylar is: do we spring the trap, or do we?
Or do we set a different trap?
Yeah, or do we set a different?
Although it looks like they already know their main droid's been compromised since he's cut out of the communications. So they're probably suspicious already.
There's 8 of us and 2 of them. Let's go kill them.
Well, 2 of them plus a bunch of stealth droids.
I ain't sweating no droids.
Alright, let's do it then. Alon, can you meet us there?
At the hangar bay?
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose I can.
Assuming they're still in the hangar bay.
Where's the droid that we captured at?
It's in the science lab.
Alone? Y'all just left it there?
All of you started
I
walking
would've-
out of the room. It started walking along with you. You guys are
Yeah.
all on the corridor now.
And also, I would have told it to come with us. Also, I'm going to tell it to cloak.
Did y'all just leave it there?
No.
User in your channel timed out.
Oh yeah, Kyrath, that thing that I messaged you. Finally, a buddy who is as good at stealth as I am, or probably better.
You know what? Hold on a sec. I'm going to do a search my feelings. Searching the feelings about going to the hangar.
Ooh, we could have a new ship too. We need to find their ship and take it if it's not a
User
Republic
joined your
ship.
channel.
What'd I miss?
I'm using a search my feelings to see if going to the hangar is actually a good idea.
Also, if we can take their ship, if it's not a Republic ship.
I mean, I'm just we're gonna take it anyway.
Yeah. We need a new ship after the Sith destroyed ours, so
Maybe this one will actually have decent weapons and not be sad.
maybe it will have stealth.
Kyrath, are you there?
Half there.
Who
What
are
was
you?
the question?
Me? I was seeing if going to the hangar was a good idea.
Oh, yes. Oh yeah, I was thinking about that. Over the next 10 minutes? Over the next 1 hour. Going to the hangar in lots of futures probably results in combat.
Yeah, but it's supposed to also tell me if the combat's good combat or bad combat. I mean, it's obviously going to lead to combat.
Yeah. There are potential futures where it's good combat and potential futures where it's bad combat. AKA, I can't determine what the dice rolls are going to be.
No, I just want to know, like, are they actually still in the hangar bay, basically?
Oh.
Like, if we'll find the people we're looking for, or if it's a diversion and they're somewhere, like, cloaked stealthing on the bridge,
That is
like, gonna
completely
kill
not what
everyone.
you asked.
Well,
Yes,
yeah, that's
you will
if
find the
going there
people
is
you
a
are
good
looking
idea
for
or
if you
not,
go
so-
to the hangar bay. Yes.
Yeah, so, like, if
Mhm.
yeah, that's hence going, they're a good idea. So if we're confronting our actual enemy, then I can consider that good. If it's a ploy, that's bad. Because we don't want, like, people taken hostage and nonsense.
I think you have to articulate that.
Yeah, sorry. It was obvious in my brain. It apparently was not obvious. My bad.
Oops, Bezak, I just accidentally clicked the X on our whisper thing, so now I can't see what you last said.
All right, so we're going to the hangar bay.
And
Yay!
in case John didn't catch an answer, I told him it's cloaked. I'm going to tell him it's cloaked next to us, just in case any other droids are nearby to see it.
Why did you try telling the droid to shut down all the other droids?
It can't.
How do you know? Did you ask it?
Yes, it says it's lost contact with all the other droids. And I'm assuming there are protocols in the network for if the command droid gets compromised.
This came up last time as taking 20 takes 20 times longer, but I don't know if taking 10 takes 10 times longer. I was under the impression that it didn't. It just meant you do it averagely.
I think 10 means you take like 10 minutes.
But you can
I
take
just
10
say-
on some things in certain combat, right? Because taking 10 is basically taking your average result, so it's just
Yeah.
doing an average job on it. So I don't think it takes any longer than just doing a single roll. Oh, but it's, yeah.
So are we all together now? Like outside the hangar bay? Is that what the situation is?
I think so.
Okay, so everyone wants to be outside the hangar bay?
I don't know. I'm asking. I followed Dell. I don't know where Dell went.
Yeah, I was going to the hangar bay.
Is everyone else going there, or are they doing something else?
I'm going there.
Yeah, I think unless the ladies want to hang out in the science bay or whatnot, we're all there.
Do we get any reinforcements? Like a garrison? Can go for a garrison of people.
I imagine all the exits are gonna have people blocking them from security.
Okay, you are currently all in the turbo lift. That opens up into the hangar level. You have 6 troops with you.
All right, we got
And
some red
Jenna.
shirts with us,
And Dirk.
guys. Red.
Throw them in first.
Red shirts and one blue shirt.
All right, so what's the plan here?
Well, they're expecting us. What do you think we're gonna do? We're going to
Well, I'm
the
just-
hangar bay.
Yeah, I just want to not get outflanked by any droids that might be cloaked in the hangar.
Well, the droid can see them.
Oh, right. Well, it said it was better at seeing them. It didn't necessarily guarantee that
True.
we could see them.
I asked the droid if it knows why it can't get in communication with the other droids.
Also, droid, what's your designation? Asked to the invisible air.
My designation is DH5 Alpha.
Ha 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 ha.
Would you mind changing your designation to BO8?
My designation is something that I was created with. Why would I change it? Would you mind changing your designation to Squid Face?
You know, he has a point. Alright, TH5 Alpha. When we get into that room, scan for presence of other droids.
I'm gonna have to work on attitude issues.
Nah, I think it's just fine.
Group is because.
Oh, didn't you get lost?
Um,
because you weren't with you were just chilling out guarding Emma. I forgot about that.
You remember when I said we'd never split the party except for legitimate reasons? A retract statement.
Yeah, so you were there monitoring that whole situation as they sort of got that engine back up and running. And then you also saw them take off the 2 burn victims up to the med bay.
yeah.
And then at what point did you leave?
At about the time that Dell decided to start walking down the hall, so I'm guessing probably after everything.
I'm going to Farsi Emma.
But yeah, I made sure that there was a guard who was gonna keep an eye on Emma.
Can you repeat that?
Oh, I'm going to Farsi Emma.
And I said that I made sure that there was a guard keeping an eye on Miss Aurelius.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you see her still in the engine room, looking, and they're now like trying to repair all the equipment that was inside the Force Door. So at what point do you leave Aeland? Like right when everyone starts gathering up to go to the hangar?
Yeah, thereabouts.
Okay. So you guys are all gathered in the turbo lift that's taking you to the hangar bay level. If I could find it on the map, so I can put Aeland there. Ah, here it is. Except Lexa.
I assume there's squads at all exits to the hangar.
Yeah, you know from looking at the map, the only way onto the hangar level is on this turbo lift.
Everybody's got gas masks, right?
Yes.
Oh yes, mine has been on for a while.
So
I
my
have a
question is,
suggestion.
so their ship wasn't inspected for nerve gas? He looks at Jaina questioningly.
Why would we inspect their ship? They're
Because
Republic
it's-
allied smugglers.
because you should inspect every ship, especially since we knew that there was going to be some problems on the ship.
I mean,
Obviously,
any covert
we
ops.
inspected it.
Obviously, you're incompetent.
I wasn't inspecting it.
And conducting an exhaustive inspection of a presumably allied ship is not a reasonable expectation.
It is when the ship is on lockdown.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't. They
What
didn't know
about
that
on a
these people
covert
were.
ops ship?
No, it's not. Nothing would ever get done if you went over everything with a fine-tooth comb. If it was some unknown ship that showed up, sure. It's irrelevant anyways. I have a suggestion about how we go about this.
Mm-hmm.
My suggestion is the Jedi go in first, followed by Lex and Pakaz, and then the rest of us. And once we make contact with the enemy, the rest of the other 6 guys file in. They establish a base of suppressive fire and put fire on any enemies they see.
Okay, so by the Jedi you mean Jaina and Kalani?
Right.
Okay.
And it'll also be the reinforcement squad to keep our 6 o'clock clear and maintain a watch for any additional droids that try to ambush us from the sides and flanks.
I asked the droid what his combat capabilities are, and what the other droids' combat capabilities are, so that we all know before the lift gets down there.
Yeah, the droid looks at you, and like its photoreceptors like flicker, like it's like blinking at you.
I thought it
And
was
it says-
closed.
Oh, right. Okay, never mind. Fine. Doesn't have an expression.
He didn't say we see it happening. He
Yeah,
said it does.
he does
that.
that. You
That's
just don't
true.
notice. But
I want it to repeat that for everyone in here, including the new troops.
You have to listen critically.
And yeah, he says, I do not understand the question. We are obviously excellent combat troops. That is our entire purpose.
No. Armament.
I have this giant blaster rifle that I am holding. Okay, no.
And
I have
guided weaponry
A
or concealed
blaster
weaponry.
weapon. I also have concealed vibroblades in my hands.
Droid, listen to me. The infiltrator droids that came here, how are they armed?
Please hold. I look at the character sheet. They
Tired of
are
being
also
jerked
equipped
around
with
with this bucket
blasters
of
and
bolts.
vibroblades. And as I mentioned, shields.
About the shields, how much weapons energy can they absorb before they fail?
A decent amount.
Do you know their shield rating?
That's very helpful.
But shield rating isn't in character. Like, that's not in the game. That's an
There-
NPC.
there's
but I
some-
mean,
but they
there's
can
some
say
term-
like,
You can average out like number of blaster hits. Like
There's
an
some term
approximation
for
that.
like grade of shield.
yeah. Okay, then we have to look up what the grades of shield are. I guess there are personal devices, shield devices. Is that in the KOTOR book or the regular book?
Yeah, it's in the KOTOR.
Is it like 10, 15, 20? Or what, 20, 30, 40?
I've got that up. Let me go find it real quick. Yeah, there's light, medium, and heavy, and let me find out what their ratings are. So, armor proficiency light can be SR 5 or 10, medium would be 15 or 20, and heavy would be more, either 25 or 30. I don't think they'd be carrying heavy.
Okay, he says they are equipped with medium shield generators.
Last question. Analyze the combat capabilities of Zarshiba, Call, and the other droids and inform us of any vulnerabilities that we can exploit.
Zar prefers to attack from an unseen location. Also, I feel like they know we're coming.
Yeah, I kind of guessed that too. We should check our corners when we go in. They should know that this is the only way in here.
Does anybody have any objections or alternatives to my plan?
Not from me, lad. Sounds like you got a good head on your shoulders.
I want to prepare so that when the doors open, I'm ready to throw out a wave of force or something to block, or just grab any grenade that might be thrown towards, the inside of the elevator.
Okay.
And I think
Also,
I'm going to...
DH5 Alpha processes, and then he says, I calculate that our odds of success are 1 in 4.
Yay.
You also didn't see that cloud of acid coming, did you?
No, I did not.
Or me just draining all your power?
Does that work on organics?
Unfortunately not.
Indeed, that is most unfortunate.
I have other things I have other than though.
I want to address the 6 entities, the combat NPCs in here.
Mm-hmm.
Do they have a squad leader?
Yes.
Okay, I'm addressing him. Your primary responsibility at the beginning of this fight is going to be to lay down covering fire and keep us protected and keep the enemy's heads down. Your secondary objective is to watch our backs for any of these stealth droid infiltrator droids that show up. And once they do, fire on them. They've got medium shield generators.
What was the droid's designation again? I need to write it
DH5
down.
Alpha.
I just call it a droid.
Okay, yeah, their squad leader looks at you, and he salutes. Yes, sir.
I say DH5. Advise them on the locations of the droids if you can see them.
Acknowledged. Okay, I tried to line you up with the order that John suggested based on the top of the turbo lift, which is Kalani and Jaina. And then who did he want? Bakaz and someone?
Lexa.
Just the rest of us behind him. I had envisioned Lexa in front because she fights with a sword mostly, but she's not here. So
Oh, okay.
I thought everybody was here, but I guess she's not.
Yeah, I was told everyone was in the turbo lift, and then all of a sudden Lexa wasn't there.
Well, neither was Aelant. But now Aelant is here. Okay, so there wasn't really a plan other than just those three in front.
And I'm going to tell Delfern that me and him should both target the organic enemies with our mind powers first.
Yeah, that's obviously the plan. Disable. Question is, do we go after
Weaken.
separate targets or the same target?
See, one of them had stealth armor, the other one has a jetpack.
They both have jetpacks.
Oh, they both have jetpacks. I didn't write any of that down. My notes weren't open when I asked that. I
Yeah,
realized
the
at that
Cathar
point
has
that I needed
stealth
to
armor,
open them.
and the Transition has powered armor.
Okay, powered armor seems like they're gonna be the most annoying.
Yeah, you're right. Condition track that guy.
And he's a Trandoshan, he's gonna be hard to take down anyways.
That's why we condition track to take him out instead of like legit taking him out.
I'm gonna mark Jaina with vigilance.
Okay. So you just have to end the turn adjacent to each other, right? Or
Yeah,
no,
for
it's
the
like whenever
bonus.
you're adjacent to each other, then there's a bonus.
Yeah. For the bonus to be active.
But it doesn't go away if you break contact, it just isn't active. That's what we determined, right?
Yeah.
Okay, is everybody ready? Oh wait, is it time to stop? No.
Unless you want to start. How long do you think this fight's gonna take? It's gonna take a while. Pretty sure.
Yeah, but next week is Good Friday, so we can't have a session. So that
We
won't
could
be
we could
available.
end halfway through the battle if it does end up taking long.
No, we're gonna get like a bunch of nat 20s, and the fight's gonna be over in like 10 seconds. It's gonna be good. Let's do this.
There's also that possibility. I want to see that.
Is everyone okay with continuing?
I guess so.
I'll just be a zombie at work. It'll be fine.
I'll just sleep until noon.
I'm good to go.
Okay.
Only till noon?
John,
It's
Stars
Friday.
on
I'm
the
off
calendar.
tomorrow. I don't work Saturday.
that sounds like everyone.
Okay. So you open the doors, the turbo lift doors open. And you see a hallway that is empty.
Can I use my infrared thing?
I thought this turbo lift led to the cargo bay, the hangar.
The hangar is at the end of this hallway.
You can't see the hallway.
Okay, well, we should move forward. After I do, I'm gonna put on
Yes,
the
I'm
infrared
sorry, I
mask.
need to move you out of here so that you can. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. Okay, now can you see?
Yep.
Yep. Alright, the red shirt's gonna be in front of us.
No, John wanted them to cover the exits and provide cover fire.
Oh.
If you had an objection, the time was when we were in the turbo lift. Why didn't you say anything?
I don't have an objection. I was just confused. So yeah, about that mask.
How come I'm not shooting anyone yet?
Do you want to just fire into empty space? Oh, first, in order to shoot people, though, we need the turn order. Okay, everybody roll initiative. I forgot about that step.
You know what you should do, because you should drain the energy from the ship.
I think that's a bad idea. That does not seem like a good idea to me.
Oh, I need
what
to
a
actually
waste.
roll people's initiative. A waste of what, a nat 20?
Turn order matters not at all.
Yeah.
Can I just have that 20 back? And then just go last?
Well, you can go last if you want by withholding your action, but you don't get your nat 20 back. Okay, there are a lot of people in this turn order. Okay, it is Jaina's turn. Okay, Jaina just walks forward. John.
I move up carefully, scanning the hallway ahead of me. And I asked Jaina, where do these side hallways lead?
These are just... oh, sorry, that wasn't Jaina's voice. These are just small supply rooms.
Good ambush points. Wait until we're down here and have passed it, then surround us on both sides from.
Okay, Kalani. Because...
Move up too, I guess. And so let's see, I move up to the maximum point. I have the mask on, right? I put it on in the elevator.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I'm gonna scan around. specifically down the 2 corridors off to our right and left. Should I roll perception?
Mm-hmm.
And I signal, and I tell the droid to do the same when he gets up here. Yeah.
Why
think he
does
sees
it have a minus?
I don't know, but it doesn't matter because I got an at 20.
Okay, yeah. So you notice 2 like shimmering shapes, like that are in the hallways on either side.
One. Let's see. It's not my turn
You also notice
just
that they're
yet.
standing next to large canisters.